Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you the process of me working on my boyfriend's Joseph Joestar Jacket. So first and foremost, I have to actually pattern draft the darn thing, so that's what you see me working on right here. I'm working off some instructions of drafting a basic bodice, I guess, men's bodice, men's shirt, using instructions that my teacher had given me. Now, unfortunately, I can't share these instructions with you guys, but she will be coming out with a book soon, and once that happens, I will be sharing it everywhere because she's amazing and these instructions make so much sense. Here you can actually see me working on the armhole. I am filling it in and shaping it using my French curves here. This one's specifically for armholes. Have the pieces all completely cut out, and now it's to make the other pieces. This is just the front and back right now. So here I am just working on the sleeve. I need to fix it up a little bit and reshape it. But I basically made a basic sleeve. I need to widen it to fit in this armhole. It is for a jacket, so the armhole is actually a little bit bigger than your typical shirt armhole because it needs to fit over a fitted shirt. So this is me widening the overall sleeve, which later on I'll find out actually fits in just right. So I did my math quite nicely on my adjustments here. And then I'm just adjusting my adjustments. Off camera, I made a few other pieces. Most of them were rectangular pieces and other such things. I even draped the pieces for the shoulders for my boyfriend. Now it's on to cutting it out, though. I had to do all that off camera because my boyfriend was gaming when I was doing the shoulder pieces and draped it right onto him. So here I am marking out the pattern piece onto the fabric on the fold. This is a mock-up fabric because I'm going to try to see if my patterns work the first time. Spoiler alert, they're not going to be perfect, but that's the point of mock-ups. You're meant to try out your patterns and see what needs fixing. So now I'm marking out the seam allowance, and then I'm going to be cutting it out shortly. Moving on to the front. Same thing, I'm tracing it out. I've added some extra hem allowance because I realized quite early on that my pattern was too short, and now I'm adding some seam allowance on so when I cut this out I have enough room to sew. Again, pretty straightforward. Now that it's all cut out, it's time to sew everything together. Here you see me putting together the front and back at the side seams, as well as the shoulders. This is the main piece and will be the biggest part to see if I need to fix. Eventually you'll see what I need to fix when I show you the final mock-up on my boyfriend. After every seam, I'm also pressing them out because I want them to lay nice and flat so I don't have the wrong idea how it's fitting. So you can see me doing the side seams as well as the shoulders. Now I'm working on the sleeves, so this is me applying the cuff, which I will later be applying elastic to get the effect of a rolled up sleeve. Joseph always has his sleeves rolled up in the anime. It's never shown down. So to save on some fabric, I have decided to make the sleeves shorter and make it have the effect that it's rolled up. So I've added elastic into the seam allowance and to the edge of the cuff to make it more like a rolled up sleeve and to also make it a little bit more comfortable. I'm just doing little zigzag stitches every few inches here. It is a mock-up. I will be taking this elastic out. But it does start to look like an actual jacket, doesn't it? And this is how the sleeve looks, and it's actually working quite well. I do like the effect it's making here. So it's starting to look like something. Next is putting in the zipper. The zipper is pretty important to deciding the fit here and to decide the order of operations I've decided to do. That is a big element of when you're sewing and making your own patterns. You don't have instructions. You kind of have to go with your own order of operations and decide that all for yourself. So I've decided to put the zipper in at this point. I think I might do it a little differently for the final garment, who knows. But you will also notice the zipper is far too long. That's because, again, this is not the final garment. It is simply a mock-up, so I'm just testing it out. I don't want to cut into it just in case it's too short. And guess what? It will be way too short for him at this point, and I did end up having to lengthen it. But yeah, I'm putting the zipper in and putting in the zipper flies, which caused me a little bit of grief when I was drafting, but as you can see, it worked out quite nicely and zips up, and you still have the 2 flies. Next up is adding on the shoulder things. This was actually a pretty tricky part to figure out in drafting because I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, but in this case, I am attaching it to the neckline and to the center front. The one big thing I will probably change for the final garment is I'll probably attach it as a separate piece that's removable because it is fairly odd. I don't exactly know what it's supposed to be except for decorative. Making it unattachable like this will make it a little bit easier for the final thing. It's the moment of truth. It's time to make Sam try it on and see what other shenanigans he does as he looks at the camera. So, as you can see from here, you can already tell some things are a little too long and some things are a little too short. As you can see, I'm writing notes, which is the best thing to do when you're doing a fitting like this. Make notes of what you've noticed because you'll never remember everything. I have deducted here that the total jacket is about 4 inches shorter than it should have been. That's okay. That's why you fit it. The sleeves ended up being about 4 inches too long. Also interesting. But I also did get to test him out to see if he would be able to move in it quite well. I'm very happy he's able to. So this is Sam in the final mock-up. Let me see your arm, please. So I actually made the sleeves way too long here. And as you can see, there's only 1 sleeve, and that is because it's a symmetrical garment, so I don't need to make 2. No point in doing that. Anyway, so this is clearly way too long. His elbow is up here. So I'm going to move this and shorten the actual sleeve here. So this will be up here. But I do like how this looks like, because it actually looks like a rolled up piece. So that works. Collar's looking pretty good. It's a good size on him. The lapel effect going on with the fly also looks pretty decent, but the fly is a little wide, I think. So I'm going to bring it in by about 1/2 inch. I've marked a little bit here for the quilting pattern, and the dart will hide nicely in there so you don't need to see it. And it also needs to be lengthened. Again, down here worked out quite nicely. It's all tight and such, just like it is on the statue, because I'm going to be sitting at the statue. But it isn't sitting in a very good place. I'd rather be sitting more at his hip. So, and the best part, he can JoJo pose in it. So I'm not too worried about these pieces here. Move your arms back down, please, honey. Because it will be fabric, even when it is quilted a little bit, and it should be fine, and he should be able to still move in it. Now, before I finish everything up, I'm just going to figure out where the pockets are going to go. Because you want pockets, right?
Okay.
Finally, I have a pocket placement decided. Even when I add the extra few inches to the entire thing, I think that's about where the pocket will go because it's a comfortable spot right at his waist. Put your hand where you put your pockets. Exactly. So that's exactly where they should be. So yeah, that's your fitting. It's all done. How do you feel? Do you feel like Joseph Joestar?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching me go through the process of making this mock-up. I'm really glad with how it's turning out, and I'm really looking forward to making videos and showing you guys more process of this entire project. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video next time. Thanks for watching!